Is it because I cried too
Psalms
often?
139, and it just says that I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. That when you know who you are, you walk in that.
I'm hurting. Is it because
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Omoniola here with another video for you guys today. So today's video, I just kind of want to jump right into it, but this is going to be my life update video. And it's funny because I feel like every time something happens in my life, something major, something that I feel the need to share with you guys, that I'm led to share with you guys. And you know, this this life update, I should have did it like 2 months ago, but even where I'm at right now, I'm still going to share with you guys, you know, transparency, accountability, and encouragement. That's kind of what my whole platform is about. Like, it's a faith-based platform, and everything I do is for the glory of God. So if you like it, come along for the ride. If you don't, still come along for the ride, because I believe that there's a word in this for you. So without further ado, let's get into it. However, stop, okay. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. YouTube is so hard to grow on here, but I feel as though the 1,800 of you that do follow me, I'm really grateful for you guys, and I know that I'm still making an impact even with that number. It's a huge number that even 1,800 y'all want to listen to what I have to say, and I'm very grateful for that. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so where do I want to start? There's a lot of things that have happened to me in the past couple of months that I feel inclined to share with you guys. So I'm kind of gonna start. What y'all want more, the dating or the other stuff that happened to me? Okay, I'm gonna start with the dating. So earlier this year, I started to date. I started to put myself out there more. And it's not as if I was not getting approached or complimented or whatever it is the male species do. You know, they do what they do, okay? So I'm very intentional on anything and everything that I do. And I feel as though God had a way of molding me even in that season. Of course, I'm still in that season, but I've matured so much in that area of my life, and I'm already like a no-nonsense type of person. Like, I don't put myself in certain predicaments that I know is going to jeopardize my walk with God. I don't just give anybody my number, okay? I don't just go out with every person that advances towards me. So I started dating, went out on a couple of dates with a couple of different guys. It was interesting, it was a cool experience. A lot of them didn't get a second date. That's just what it was. But it's funny because all of them, till this day, there's no bad blood. We still follow each other on Instagram. They still comment on my pictures. They still be in my DMs, because the thing about it is, and this is not to toot my own horn at all. Hold on. Sorry. This is not to toot my own horn at all, but I know what I bring. I know who I am. I'm very confident in the woman that God has made me. And I know that all the men I've dated, they see it too. You know what I mean? But I'm usually the one that cuts it off, especially when our morals and values do not align. Like I said, I don't play with God. So I always invite God into any relationship or dating experience that I may have, just so I'm not blinded by lust because he looks good and I look good. I don't even want that to cloud my judgment, but I always want to know who the person is at their core. So there's this one gentleman that I was getting to know for quite a while. Mind you, I wasn't really paying him mind at first. I won't lie to you, I was not, because I was just always so busy or that kind of stuff. But he would always text me every single day, bruh. Every single day. Some days I would not text him back because it's like, okay. And I'm like, one day he called me and he was like, I was just checking in on you, I haven't heard from you. And I was like, oh, hey, I'm sorry, and then I was like, I'm actually driving right now. Can I talk to you a different time? Because I was so caught off guard because I didn't I didn't know why he was calling me. I was like, okay. And then I finally started to give him a chance, you know, and then we started talking more. I started to FaceTime him, started to tell him when I would be back from work, all that kind of stuff for like 2 months. And then we went out on our first date, and it was really cool. Like, it was really dope. And I then began to realize that maybe all the men I've talked to in the past, I didn't really like them. Because I actually started to like him. I was like, you know. And this is my first year that I'm actually taking dating seriously and making it a point and an effort to do it as well. Despite my schedule or despite how I feel, I'm making it more of an effort to do it, because I believe dating is just getting to know people. That's all it is, you know. And I like people, so bada bing, bada boom. So yeah, it was a great day. And you know, I guess because I started to see him in that way, it started to develop some type of feelings, not feelings, you know what I mean, but like some type of feelings. But the turnaround of the story is that, like I said, our morals and values didn't align, and when I communicated my stuff, you know, he made it seem like he was okay with it, etc., etc. And for those of you who know, who've been on my channel, that's really has to do with purity and no sex before marriage and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of guys, when I tell them, they be like, oh yeah, they're cool, but they be thinking like they gonna be the one, you know what I mean? Don't know what that's about. But so yeah, and then it ended up in him ghosting me. And even me saying this on camera is like, what? Like, how you gonna ghost me? Like, come on, I'm a catch, don't play. But I didn't realize how much that affected me, especially, I guess, because I started to develop feelings for him. And I think his entity is what I developed feelings for, because he was present. Like, he was so sweet to me, very, very sweet guy, very kind. He wanted to shower me with stuff, like all that kind of stuff. And it was in the ghosting that made me feel inadequate in a sense. And the thing is, I know I'm not inadequate. It was just he didn't have the skills to communicate that that's my morals and values are not something that he wanted to deal with. You know what I mean? And it was after that I realized I had an emotional eating disorder. So after that whole situation happened, 2 months, and that 1 week after that thing happened, I gained 10 pounds, y'all. So this whole video is about my experience with dating, my weight loss. I've lost a total of 28 pounds since July. Since the beginning of July, I've lost a total of 28 pounds. And I had to take back hold over my body, over my mind, over a lot of things, because I had an emotional eating disorder, and I didn't know that. Mind you, I'm not a snacker, so that means my meals were getting bigger and my calories were increasing. So 10 pounds in 1 week, and my emotions were just going higa haga higa haga higa haga. So I didn't realize that. And I'm an emotional person, but to God, I'm not an emotional person to human beings. So it was something I really had to come to terms with, like, why am I not emotional with people? And I think it's because people have failed me in the past, and I'm just not comfortable in that presence. There was very, very few people who had known what happened, which is my best friend, my friend Lola, and my mentee Tolu, and my other friend Tony, and my friend Miguel, and Femi. So there's like 6 of them who knew what had happened. And you know, they're just my tribe. There are people that encourage me. There are people that understand my morals and values, and you know, speak life into me. So I got my trainer, my nutritionist babe, and she helped me jumpstart my health back. I took hold back of that thing because food was not going to have a hold over me, because I couldn't control my emotions, or I didn't know how to feel, basically is what I'm saying. I didn't know how to feel. So that really took a toll on me. so that really took a toll on me. That really, really took a toll on me, and I really had to learn how to adjust and get my life back together. Like, girl, get up. Get the freak up. Don't sit down and, you know, he's over here living his life, doing whatever he wants to do. So why are you over here sad? You know what I mean? Or thinking that you're the issue when you know you're not the issue. And I'm just so grateful for God being God, because that experience, I think I was meant to go through it to understand that it's okay to have emotions and feelings, and to stick with your standards and stick with your morals and stick with your values. Don't do Control Alt Delete on your list because he treats you good. If God has put those things on your list, they're on your list for a reason. So don't begin to edit and do bamboozle because you want to be doing relationship, because you want to be in a relationship. No. Guys, don't compromise your morals or values. So fast forward, started losing weight, July. Then I went to Hawaii. As you guys saw, my Hawaii vlog is up. And after that, no, before that. So, the whole month of July, I was getting my life together, was eating around, was exercising, was doing all that stuff. And I'm still on the tip as well. As y'all can see, I've kept the weight off. So, July 30th, my life changed again. So, July 29th, I got King, my dog. And I was so happy. I just felt like I needed an emotional animal, and I didn't even really understand how much I needed him at the time. But the next day I would understand, literally less than 24 hours after we got him. My director of my company, my corporate company at the time, had put time on my calendar, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm about to get a raise. Like, finally, I need a raise, whatever. And he had put time on my calendar, and I was a business analyst, and my major in college was international business. So I worked a lot with like business, corporations, helping them like build their business plans and that kind of stuff. Analytics, that kind of like data analytics, that kind of stuff. So in my company, the sector that I was placed into after graduation, I was doing a lot of tech, and it's like I'm not a tech major. I didn't get a full-time offer for tech, so I should be making tech money. So basically, I was doing other people's jobs in tech and stuff like that, and working on databases and proxies and all that kind of crazy stuff. And so basically, Friday comes, July 30th comes, and I'm meeting with the director at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm like, hi, how are you? You know, he's asking me how I'm doing, all this stuff. He was like, unfortunately, we have to let you go. And I was like, what? I was literally like, what? I didn't see that coming at all. And he was like, I was like, so you're firing me? Because I started to get, you know, a little confused and like feisty. I was like, wait, so I'm getting fired? He was like, no, firing is the word we use when you did something wrong. You don't have any marks or anything like that. And I was like, what? Mind you, that very week I got 2 awards at my job, and I just felt so hurt because I didn't see it coming. I'm one that I usually know how to manage my feelings, in the sense that I don't really take offense to things, but that I really was caught off guard. I didn't expect it, none of that kind of stuff. This is my 9-to-5 job. When I tell y'all I cried so much that day, like, oh my God, I cried so much that day because I was confused. So I literally was like, what? He was like, yeah, today's your last day. And I was like, today's my last day? And I was like, from the company or from this sector? He was like, yes, we want you to reapply into the company, but as for now, you're being let go, so you have to turn in your laptop and all this other kind of stuff. And I was like, what? Huh? But yeah, my sister was standing right next to me. You know, she immediately called my best friend, because there's not a lot of people that can calm me down. But it was hard. It was super hard to hear that. It was super hard. It was almost like an abandonment thing. It was like I felt like I was being abandoned by something I've worked so hard to do. and I did not know how to cope. I didn't, but God had warned me to start putting things in order, like, you know, preparing your house, putting things in order, like 3 weeks before that. So I was starting to put finances in a certain area, like work things out in a certain thing. I was starting to manage my finances a little bit more tediously. Like I would literally look at every penny, like where is this money going? Where's this money going? See, only now I was working remote, so I would only use my business credit card or my business debit card for my gas, because the only reason I'm driving is because I'm going to my studio, which is not near my house, because I worked remote. There was no need for me to drive. So I was doing hair after hours, after I would finish working or whatever. So I started to put my house in order. I separated my business from my personal, all that kind of stuff. Literally before I lost my job, I got approved for a business credit card, American Express credit card, because I was doing my hairline and all this kind of stuff. And God was like, for such a time as this. And I put a post out on my Instagram, which I will go into in a little bit. And I said, it's not always the enemy. We always think it's the enemy when something like that happens to us. And I know most people, you know, they've fallen into depression or that kind of stuff. Like, it's been a lot. Like, losing your job is not easy, right? And I was just like, God, like, you really looked out for me, because, you know, I still got my severance pay, which is I got paid for 6 weeks. I got paid for 6 weeks, and I got my vacation time pay as well. So God looked out, and, you know, I have my business, and my mentor had told me, she was like, your business is not a fallback plan. God is telling you what your purpose is. And I had already been feeling like that. Like, literally the day after I had lost my job, I felt like a huge, immense peace that God put over me. And I knew it could only be a God thing. And that's why I knew that I was meant to lose my job, because I wouldn't have quit. I'm not a quitter. You know what I mean? I don't quit things. I try to give it my all. I try to put my all into it. So God knew that that's the only way he could take me out of that position, to focus on what he had me do, which is to finally finish and drop my hair business, Moss Extensions. And Moss Extensions was created in a time of uncertainty, in a time of laziness, in a sense, because I wasn't focused fully on that. Mind you, I've been planning Moss Extensions since January, but it was in the season of me losing my job that God gave me the name MOS Extensions, so Moss Extensions, Miss Ola Styles Extensions. And God is faithful to bring all things to pass, and he brings his word to fruition. And I really had to let go of that, and that thing had a hold over me, because like I said, I'm not a quitter. Like, it's my type A personality that I want to get things done and finish it through. But I am now a full entrepreneur. I do Miss Ola Styles full-time, as well as Moss Extensions full-time. And it is something that's brought me so much joy in the last 3 months. And that's not to say it's not hard. I feel like I work more now than I did when I was doing corporate and Miss Ola Styles, because it's your business. So you're gonna take care of your baby every second. Your baby's gonna be on your mind. You're gonna pray over your baby. You're gonna anoint your baby. You're gonna do all these things because it's your baby. I go to my studio to plan. I send out orders. I have to fulfill things, and I promote myself. Like, I'm literally a one-stop shop. You know, I really want to bring a luxury item to my clients, and that's why I created Moss Extensions. So I'm going to put everything down below in the description box. And, you know, we have luxury extensions. I'm actually wearing it right now. So it's raw hair, and I've really been looking and testing several donors out for the whole year, and October 1st is when I launched Moss Extensions. So today is November 5th or 6th, if I'm not mistaken. And God was just pruning me. That's literally all it was. And even though it was uncomfortable, that's how I knew I was about to grow. And it's still uncomfortable at times, because it's like, wow, like, I tell people, like, I work for myself. I'm a full-time entrepreneur, you know, and I'm African, so that's kind of like, you're a what? Or you're a hairstylist? Oh, okay. But greater is he that is in me than he that's in the world, and God has shown off on my behalf. I'm telling you, God is showing off on my behalf, and he says, arise, it's your time to shine. So on top of that, I'm a full-time content creator as well, and I take content very seriously. Right now, currently, I'm off Instagram, and I'll be back on the 15th, but I just needed to cleanse a little bit. But during that season is when my TikTok started to go viral as well. Never gone viral before, so don't really know how that felt, but it was crazy because people would literally see me in public and be like, I saw you on TikTok. I saw you on TikTok. I love your TikTok. Oh, you're so pretty. You're this, you're that. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, you don't really know what to say. People will be congratulating me on my hair business, and it's like, I didn't even know you knew I had a hair business. Like, that's crazy. I be seeing people in public and they're like, your hair business, congratulations on that, and this and that. It's crazy, guys. Like, literally, it's crazy. My life is literally doing a 180, and people already knew me as a content creator because I travel a lot and that kind of stuff, but like, this is a whole different realm of content creating, and I'm really getting into the fashion and the beauty, and you know, I've always been into beauty, but I'm really stepping out and showing people what I think goes, you know what I mean? And God is showing off. God is really showing off in this season. So from dating to a little bit of a heartbreak, to weight loss, to job loss, to confidence. That's basically what I would call it. And to new opportunities being created. God is doing a new thing. God is doing a new thing. And there's been so many people that have been supporting me. Strangers have been supporting me. People are buying my wigs. People are buying my extensions. It's amazing. I also launched a curling iron. Moss curling iron, Miss Ola Styles curling iron, and you know, that's what I use my own products, and I'm just grateful that I'm able to see and be happy with what I do. I have so much peace. I could take off 2 days a week if I want to take off 2 days a week. I could work the whole week if I want to work the whole week, and God is just using me in different areas. Like my clients, I'm preaching and ministering to my clients, and all they're doing is sitting down in my chair, and I always tell them that somebody's gonna leave here different. Whether it's you or whether it's me, somebody's gonna leave here different, because this is my ministry. Doing hair, speaking to women, it's my ministry, and God is just starting. I have not even scratched the surface with what God has for me, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to share that with you guys, and I just want to encourage you that Romans 8:28, for we know that all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. I stood on that verse. I still stand on that verse. It's my favorite verse in the Bible, because I'm a child of God. All things are going to work together for my good. The bad is going to work together for my good. The ugly, the depression, the sadness, the mistreatment, the abuse, whatever it is, everything's going to work together for my good, because I know I'm a child of the Most High. And another scripture that comes to my mind is, I've never seen the righteous forsaken nor their children beg for bread. And I love God so much, and he knows that I live for God. I breathe. Everything I am is God. Even my slogan for Moss Extensions and my hairline is that Psalms 139, and it just says that I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. That when you know who you are, you walk in it. You walk in it. People can see it. Like, people literally draw towards me because they said they see something different about my business. They see this, they see that, and I always give glory to God, because I know who I used to be. I know how I was in high school. I know the anger that I carried. I know the trauma that I carried. I know all that things. But when God reforms you and changes who you are, he changes your name. Why, like David said, why are you so downcast, my spirit? You will praise the Lord. And that's literally what I do. And I'm so grateful to God for being God, that he's still working out kinks in me. He's still working out kinks in my business. That I've had failures. I've had sad moments. I've had moments where I thought nobody was going to buy anything from my business. And then God just uplifts me. And then he just sends these people in 1 week or in a couple of days. And all of a sudden, mortgage is paid. All these things. Like, God always makes a way. God always makes a way. And that's what I'm here to share with you guys, that even when life happens to the children of God, God doesn't forget his children. God does not forget his own. He never forgets you. So I'm here to encourage you and tell you that so much more is coming. Tap in. This is the time to tap in. 2020 is literally not even 40 days away. You guys, tap in. in. The Holy Spirit is doing things. God is doing things, and he lives within you. And I'm here to encourage you guys that greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. And he's going to do a new thing for such a time as this. So as life keeps going, I'm going to share with you guys on my Instagram. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram. I'm gonna leave it up here if I haven't left it in the beginning of the video. But I want you guys to go on this journey with me, because I know that I'm meant to break barriers and bring people to Christ with my content, with my hair, with in a different light, like not a conventional way. I'm supposed to do it non-conventionally, and you know, come with me along with this dating journey as well too, as I get to know people, as I get to find the bone in my bone, the flesh in my flesh, you hear me? Because I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I know it's coming. So I'm just preparing myself to be the woman that God has called me to be, and I'm walking in everything he has for me. So you guys are gonna come with me as I travel the world on my terms. I don't have to put in no PTO, period. I'm living and doing life the way God has always intended for me to, but now he's pushed me into my destiny, and now I'm walking into the destiny that he has for me. So thank you guys so much for attending this. Like I said, there's a lot of things that I've been doing. So if you guys want to know more about my weight loss journey, I can tell you, from struggling with body dysmorphia at times and my mind making me think I haven't lost the weight, all that kind of stuff. You want to know more about my weight loss, if you want to know more about my hairline, I will do a video on all that kind of stuff. Just let me know. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.